When you want to open music, perform a search and find the title. Click on the title to expand the options. You are now on the preview page. On the left is the title and its cover, favorite and playlist icons. Below the cover art and title are the interactive icon and the details. The details will give you further information about your piece. As you scroll down, you may find clickable links to provide further in-depth information. On the right-hand side is the preview of an instrumental part. From here, you can play the piece and see that part. There are playback controls that allow you to turn on and off the accompaniment, my part, and the metronome. From this preview part, you can also assign, change the part, and click Open. Select Open. You will see a status bar while the sheet music and accompaniment sounds are loading. Once this process finishes, you can see the music on the screen open to the Tracks view. You are now in the Practice app with several options for customizing your practice experience. Starting at the top of the page, upper left-hand side, the control bar reads from left to right: Tracks, My Takes, Assessment, Loop, and Display. Printable titles will also display a Print tab, and the feature will be enabled for those with a print add-on subscription. Additional controls are shown in the white bar immediately below. In the Tracks view, the accompaniment, my part, and metronome volume controls are visible. They can be toggled on or off by selecting the speaker icon. The volume can also be customized by moving the slider for each of the tracks. Next to metronome, there is a checkbox to turn on beat subdivisions. On the far right side, there is a drop-down menu to turn on different levels of swing for the My Part track when the music requires it. The tuner is always available in the top navigation bar. In between the white bar and the sheet music, some additional controls are always visible. Tempo, showing beats per minute. The tempo of any piece can be changed by using the plus and minus signs, or simply by typing in a new number. To restore the original tempo, select the circular arrow. To the right of tempo is the count-off tool that allows you to set the amount of beats that will be played before the start of your piece. You can change this by using the plus and minus sign, or by highlighting the number and typing in the desired amount of beats. In the center of the screen, right above the sheet music, there are 4 buttons. The microphone button is used to select rhythmic or melodic assessment either through the microphone or via a MIDI device. This dialog box is also activated the first time you select the record button. The play button, green triangle, is for listening or playing along with the accompaniment of the piece. And the record button, red circle, is for recording a take. The 4th button is only active after a recording has been made. That button is for listening to a recorded take. On the right side of the screen, below the swing drop-down menu, there is a 3/ drop-down menu that toggles the movement and instrument selection menus from view. Next to the right, you will see controls to navigate to a different page of the music. If a vocal piece is on screen, you will also see an ear icon. Select it to hear an arpeggio and the starting pitch. A little further down, you will see a button to assign the piece to your students. Let's review each of the other menu items in the control bar. You will know which menu you are in because the selected item in the control bar will turn blue and will have a line beneath it. Starting with My Takes, The white bar will show a drop-down menu of recorded takes as well as the delete and save buttons. The takes and the buttons are only active once a take has been recorded. Under Assessment, the Show Assessment box allows you to decide whether to display green note, red note, yellow note assessment in real time. Towards the middle of the screen, there is a drop-down to select between the top and bottom parts of the music when available. There is a second drop-down for Assessment Tolerance. This feature lets you choose the level of assessment you wish to have MakeMusic Cloud evaluate your performance. It's recommended to use easy or lenient with all students at the very beginning. On the right, there is an Assign button, which lets you schedule an assignment for your students based on the music you have on screen. The Loop menu allows for the creation of repetition loops for practice. Select the Set button to begin. 2 lines with round handles will appear on the measure where the cursor is located. You can drag and drop these handles to the desired location and then click the play button to practice repetition. Repetition loops can take place with or without count-off beats in between. Select or deselect the box to make that change. You can also select the number of beats per minute you wish to increase the speed of the loop on each repetition. To remove the loop, select Clear. Next is Display. The available options include a colorblind mode, measure highlight, and cursor display options. Selecting colorblind mode will change the colors of the assessment to make it visible to those with color blindness. Deselecting the highlight measure option will remove the highlight from the measure. Selecting options in the drop-down for beat cursor will change the way the cursor moves across the measure. If you are in an exercise, you will also see a drop-down menu under Display that allows you to choose the key of the exercise. In all music on the far right side of the screen, still under the Display menu, you will also see an option to zoom in or out. MakeMusic Cloud will automatically reflow the number of measures on the screen. This feature is especially useful if your device has a small screen. Finally, in the music itself, you can change the starting location of the playback by clicking on any given note in any given measure. If you want to see the fingering of a note or hear its pitch, click on the note to display additional icons. In instrumental pieces, you will see 2 little icons below the note. The 4 dots are for fingerings, and the speaker icon is for pitch. In a vocal piece, you will only see the speaker icon. If you have a print subscription, you will also see the Print tab. If you select MakeMusic Cloud Display, a PDF will be created with a unique authorization added at the bottom of each page. Customize Display allows you to customize in the Display tab and then print that way.